Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we are taking a look at an Elite, and it is probably one of the coolest Elites I've seen. This is Kyle Larson's race. No, he didn't win. He did crash. This is the Checkers or Wreckers from Darlington, where he finished runner-up to Denny Hamlin. And yeah, we'll get into that later. We'll take a nice close look at it. But we'll start here with our box. Standard Elite box, nothing crazy to see. And the big number, one of 896. So we got 896 runner-up cars made. That's how good this car looks. I mean, when you can sell 896 runner-up cars, you know that was a good-looking race car. So let's go ahead and take a look. There are no cards, no banners, nothing like that. I will say I do have these available on the website. These are the Cookout Southern 500 pins. These are event pins from that race. They go good with the Denny Hamlin car or this car because both of them, you know, were on that weekend. But let's go ahead and look at the left side. You can see a little bit of buildup there. It's Darlington, so we do have some good tire buildup. Rivets along the base here. Number 5, we got HenderCars.com, Kyle Larson, and he has 5 winner stickers. That's right, he only had 5 winner stickers, or 5 wins heading into the playoffs, but he lit it up once the playoffs came around. We got Larson on the front window with the bright yellow banner, also the spoiler in bright yellow. HenderCars.com, ethanol ring, and then hiring technicians. One little mark on the left rear, not too bad. As we go to the rear of the car, you can see we've got HenderCars.com, and then you can see where the right side's all scrubbed off it. Nations Guard, DIN 372, Larson, and let's go up to the roof quick and show the roof flaps popping open. And we do also have the opening trunk. This one was made in ARC and Elite, so this is the Elite. But there's our fuel cell in the back. Enjoy that because you can't see it on the next-gen cars. Now over to the right side, this is where it got really good because he pancaked the wall. He tried to video game it. Honestly, pretty close to making it work. It really was close to making that thing win the race. Honestly, he had to lift for Hamlin midway in the corner because Hamlin was sliding up, and if he chose not to, he might have been able to get there, but that also might have turned Hamlin, which would have been a really cheap way to win the race just by sprinting off into the, you know, flooring it into the corner, pinning it on the wall, and then dumping the guy in front of you. That would have been a pretty ugly way to end that race. Anyway, you can see how scraped up it is. You got HenderCars.com. You can see it's completely flattened. Obviously, they can't actually flatten it, but the fender here is all scraped up. Hiring technicians scraped up. Big wall scrape there on the door. You can see it is all sorts of wrinkled and crinkled. I mean, just look at how beat up that side is. Fenders collapsed. You can see a piece of tape there. You can see up here on the nose even. That's all flattened out and scrubbed up. So just absolutely caked the wall and just rode it all the way around. You can see all the metal that's bent. You can see the scrapes from the wall. You can see where, you know, the fender got flattened out from being scraped along the wall as well. No Goodyear Eagles, obviously. They rubbed he rubbed all of that off and then actually flattened both tires as well in the process. So you can see on the nose where that scrape begins. But once you get back to the front of the nose, pretty clean, really. The tape and detail on the front, not too bad, but that's where all the scrapes take place. And you can see it actually moved that car. You know, it was bent from about here all the way down the side. So they couldn't actually do that on the real car because they can't, you know, just do that to the mold, but it at least allows us to get an idea kind of how far in that damage was going to be just based on that alone. So other than that, let me go ahead and pop the hood open quick so we can take a look at it. The Elites do have the engine detail, not as much as I would prefer, but it is there. You can see the plug wires there. You can see the radiator, alternator, a couple of belts. There's our silver engine block along with the valve covers. You can see from underneath, this is where you can really see that the detail is an actual engine. The other one's a block, you can't see through it. That one you could. But yeah, the biggest draw to this car is definitely the right side. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing about the engine people want to see. That is the biggest thing, is people really want to see that part of the car. But it's a pretty darn cool car. I can't say much other than that. I mean, it just looks really, really good. So it's going to make a really good car, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a great addition to his other runner-up car, which was the Chicagoland one, which I have because I was at that race, so I think this is a pretty cool one to add to it. So anyway, guys, that'll wrap up this review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, you can check this out at rasdiecast.com. Got a couple of Elites on hand for anybody that's looking. You can use the promo code RaceCraze to get yourself the discount at checkout. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.